conflict. The sun was beginning to set over a quiet roadside diner on the outskirts of town. The neon sign flickered, casting a dull glow over the parking lot where a group of leather-clad bikers loitered. Their motorcycles lined up like a row of steel beasts, engines still cooling from the long ride. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Mike Tyson's teenage daughter, Maya, had stopped by for a quick meal during a road trip with friends. She wasn't looking for trouble, just a burger and a soda before getting back on the road. But trouble had a way of finding the innocent. The bikers, a rough-looking crew with patches that hinted at their white supremacist ties, took notice of Maya. Whispers turned into snickers, then into crude remarks. One of them, a towering man with a jagged scar down his cheek, leaned closer to her booth. "You lost, little girl. Don't think this is the place for you." Maya ignored him, but another biker, a wiry man with a Confederate flag patch on his jacket, slammed a hand on her table. Her drink toppled over, spilling soda onto her lap. "We don't serve your kind here," he sneered. His friends chuckled, egging him on. Maya's heart pounded. She knew she had to stay calm, but fear crept in as the group began surrounding her booth. A waitress hesitated nearby, looking nervous but unwilling to step in. Other diners averted their eyes. Just then, one of the bikers reached for her arm, and that was their biggest mistake. Tyson learns about the incident. Maya's hands trembled as she gripped her phone, her heart racing. She had managed to escape the diner, but not without bruises, both physical and emotional. The bikers had shoved her, knocked over her food, and hurled slurs before she managed to break free and run outside. A few bystanders had watched, but none had intervened. She pressed the call button. On the other end of the line, Mike Tyson's deep voice answered. "Maya, what's wrong?" Tears welled in her eyes as she gasped for breath. "Dad, I need you." Silence, then a slow, measured inhale from Tyson. "Where are you?" Maya told him the diner's name. That was all he needed. Across the city, in his private gym, Tyson stood up from the bench press. His trainer and a few friends noticed the shift in his expression, the storm gathering in his eyes. Without another word, he grabbed his car keys and walked out. The beast was awake. Station begins. The low rumble of a car engine broke the uneasy silence outside the diner. A sleek black vehicle pulled into the lot, its headlights cutting through the dusk. The door swung open, and out stepped Mike Tyson. The former heavyweight champion moved with purpose, his broad frame silhouetted against the neon glow of the diner sign. His fists were clenched at his sides, his jaw tight. The moment he entered the diner, the air seemed to shift. Conversations quieted, forks froze halfway to mouths, and the staff exchanged nervous glances. At the bar, the gang of bikers was laughing over beers, recounting their earlier fun with Maya. One of them, the scar-faced leader, noticed the sudden silence and turned to see what had caused it. When his eyes met Tyson's, his grin faded. Tyson's voice was calm but cold. "Which one of you touched my daughter?" A tense pause. The bikers exchanged glances, then the leader chuckled, trying to play it off. "Relax, old man. We were just messing around." Tyson took a slow step forward. The leader straightened up, clearly trying to size him up. The other bikers stood, their chairs scraping against the floor, readying for trouble. "I don't play games," Tyson said, his voice steady. "So I'll ask one more time." A smirk crossed one biker's face. Community reaction. News of the incident spread like wildfire. By the next morning, the diner was trending on social media, with security footage and eyewitness accounts flooding the internet. The hashtag #TysonJustice went viral. Most people praised Tyson for standing up for his daughter. "A father protecting his child, nothing more honorable than that," one tweet read. Others joked about the bikers' poor life choices. "Imagine thinking you can take Mike Tyson in a fight." Darwin Award winners. The diner's owner, once hesitant, now proudly displayed a sign. "Mike Tyson ate here and served a knockout." Business boomed as customers came hoping to hear the full story. Even law enforcement made a quiet decision. The local police chief, when asked about charges, simply smirked. Far as we're concerned, those boys learned their lesson the old-fashioned way. As for Maya, she was shaken but proud. Sitting beside her father, she looked up and smiled. "Thanks, Dad." Tyson grinned, patting her hand. "Always." Conclusion. Days later, life began to return to normal. The bikers, humiliated and nursing their injuries, had vanished from town, likely too embarrassed to show their faces. The diner continued to thrive, and Tyson, though never one to seek attention, found himself hailed as a hero. When asked about the incident in an interview, Tyson simply shrugged. I'm a father first. You mess with my kid, you deal with me. Maya, now feeling safer than ever, took the whole experience as a lesson in resilience. I know my dad won't always be there to fight my battles, but knowing he's got my back, that means everything. As the sun set over their home, Tyson and Maya sat together, enjoying a quiet moment. No cameras, no chaos, just a father and daughter, stronger than ever. Justice had been delivered, and the beast had returned to rest until the next time someone made the mistake of waking him up. The end. Would you like me to epilogue? The aftermath. The morning after the battle, the small town was buzzing with whispers. News spread fast. Mike Tyson had taken down an entire outlaw biker gang to save his daughter. At the diner, the same one where it all started, people huddled around their phones, watching grainy security footage of the fight. Tyson Justice was trending worldwide. The bikers disappear. The Black Reapers? Gone. The few survivors of the fight packed up and rode out of town before sunrise, too ashamed and too afraid to seek revenge. Their leader, Reaper, was hospitalized with a broken jaw, multiple fractured ribs, and the knowledge that he had picked a fight with the wrong man. Tyson and Maya moved forward. At home, Maya sat at the kitchen table, bandages wrapped around her wrists from the ropes. She looked up at her father, smiling softly. So, are you going to teach me how to throw a punch now? She asked. Tyson chuckled, rubbing his sore knuckles. After what you did in that van, I think you already know how. She grinned. Yeah, but I want to hit harder. Tyson nodded, pride in his eyes. All right, but first lesson? He tapped his temple. Fighting is the last option, but when you do fight, you finish it. Maya smirked. Like you did? Tyson leaned back in his chair, shrugging. Something like that. The legend grows. Days later, a local reporter caught up with Tyson outside his house. Mr. Tyson, do you have any comment on what happened? Tyson simply stared at the camera, expression calm. Mess with my daughter again, and you'll see the real fight. Then he walked away, leaving the world to wonder. Had they just witnessed a one-time act of vengeance? Or the return of a legend? Either way, one thing was clear. No one would ever mess with Mike Tyson's family again.